Okay, we can take Dorados there. We should really be beating them. Oh, new email. What's this? Hernandez sacked by Club America. Well, that's interesting. Oh, what a loser. That's what happens when you don't win trophies, mate. Got to follow my lead. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well today, and we are playing the Liga MX Torneo Clausura final today over 2 legs against Dorados. So if you're looking forward to that, remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. But as you would have seen from the intro, we start off today with the news that Club America have sacked their manager. That was a job that we wouldn't have minded coming up before we took it here at Monterrey. Obviously not as lucrative now with them not playing Champions League football next season, and now that we've guaranteed it, I feel like we ended up pulling the right rein and taking the Monterrey job instead of waiting for that Club America one. But interesting stuff anyway. It'll be interesting to see which manager potentially gets that job. You can see among the favourites there, you got the Tigres manager, the Club Necaxa manager, who through qualifying for the first phase final, they've got Champions League football next season. So that would be almost a downgrade in a weird way, kind of. So I wouldn't expect him to take it. And also Zolos Tijuana manager, which might be the best option that they have. But it will be interesting to see which manager ends up at Club America to start next season. So a bit of news there with our main rival here in Mexico, but that is not the focus today. It is the final against Dorados de Sinaloa, and we are going to the Estadio Dorados for the first leg, the away leg, and then we take them home for the second leg. If you missed the semi-final yesterday against Pumas, I will leave a link in the top right corner. It was a really good win for us. Absolutely dominated the first leg with the first choice team, and because of that, we were able to put out a pretty rotated team for the second. So we come into this with everyone available, everyone good to go, and everyone nice and fit. So really good stuff heading into this final against the team, which as you can see by the league table finished 6th in the league, only 1 point behind us. So they weren't much worse than us, but once we got to the club, I think we were better than these guys, and they have had to get through Club America, Zolos Tijuana, as well as Mazatian in the preliminary rounds. So they've 3 rounds to get to the final, so they might be a little bit more hardened to knock out football than us, but hopefully we can take advantage of that little freshen up that we did have. As I said, got some really fresh legs going into this compared probably to them, so we should be in a really good position to take out this final and hopefully make it a double for the season here in Mexico. But without any further ado, we are about to head into this Liga MX Torneo Clausura final. The away leg up first. Hopefully we can win the double. And we'll come back shortly with team sheets from the Estadio Dorados. So Dorados with the home leg first up. And here is their team. 5 at the back with a 2-3 up top. So interesting formation. 5 at the back. We have struggled with this tactic sometimes, but we are full strength going into this tie. Barco and Renan, we have told to ease off tackles just so they hopefully don't get suspended going to the second leg, but not too worried if they do get yellow cards as long as we pick up a decent result. Of course, the pressure off us somewhat in this game as we're kicking off in the dark blue and black, playing left to right, because we've already qualified for continental football next season. This is more or less just a free hit at a trophy for us, but considering that we are playing Dorados in the yellow, as well as has a good early chance there. In fact, good areas on the right, Shaun. And it is a good save there from the Dorados keeper. But as I was saying, not that focused on the trophy here, to be honest. We were more worried about getting continental football as the header goes straight at McCrory, who makes another save. And it remains 0-all early doors as Dorados flick that on. But Montoya tidies things up. We look to get another attack going here inside the first minute as we hold possession quite nicely early on in the first leg of this final. We try and play a ball over the top, but it is cut out. And it looks like for now it is going to remain 0-all after the first minute or so, although the highlight does continue as we knock the ball about the back and look to drive forward. Again, Renan up to Guti areas with the early shot that was saved, forced a corner. Might have another one here, tight angle, forces a block, and it will go out for a corner. Of course, it would be nice to win this trophy, and we are expected to, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world, of course, considering the situation we were in when we got to the club. Good chance there from a corner again, but it's just high, and it remains 0-all after 5 minutes. 8 minutes gone, we have another corner here as we look to get the advantage early on. Renan puts it in, headed away from Dorados, but Barco is going to tidy things up for us and hopefully get us back on the attack. He picks out Clayton, and then we do look to play out nicely. Ayala back to Montoya. And yeah, just looking to stamp our authority on this game early, hopefully, and then get things nice and calm as we play Puente through, and he finishes it. Bottom left corner. That's exactly the start we were after in the first leg of this final. An early away goal. Wellison setting up Puente, his 26th goal of the season, I believe that was. And we make it 1-0 at the 9-minute mark. Some good passing as we just built up after that corner was cleared. A bit of a 1-2. Puente just with enough space to get that off right into the bottom left corner. Keeper couldn't quite get there. And yep, good start. 1-0 after 10 minutes. And that is half time here in the first leg. No real highlights that were overly threatening since we got that goal in the 9th minute. But on the whole, really good half from us. You can see the stats. They had a few shots on target, but as I said, not overly threatening with it. A lot of shots overall, not as many on target. And to be fair, most of those probably came in those opening 20 minutes around when that goal was. We just kept on trying to put the hammer down on them, but have looked pretty good, it has to be said. 1-0 up in the away leg. We will definitely take that, and things going very well. So we're going to tell the boys to keep doing what we're doing and hopefully be in a good position for the home leg of this Liga MX Torneo Clausura final. Up to the 61-minute mark, and we have a throw-in, which Dorados do clear, but straight to Barco, and we look to build something just on the edge of the box. Guti areas able to get past his man, fires a shot in, and Puente absolutely burgles a goal there. There might be some discussions in the changing rooms after that. Guti areas might not be happy. I think that might have been going bottom left corner just inside the far post anyway, but Puente's just decided to stick his foot out just to make sure, and we go 2-0 up at the hour mark. You can see, I think that's going in the back of the net anyway, but Puente absolutely makes sure. 2-0 up at the hour mark, looking very good in the first leg, the away leg of this Liga MX Torneo Clausura final. You can see good here is well onside there, and we get 2-0 up. And off the back of that goal, we are going to make a change. Renan, of course, on a yellow card. So I think what we're going to do is bring Nunez on for him just to make sure he's not suspended for that second leg. So we'll make that change, but in a very good position, 2-0 up with just under a half hour to go. 66 minutes gone here, and we have another throw-in in a good area of the pitch, and this time we keep hold of the ball. The ball put in, trying to find Puente, but Dorados hit it clear, but we still keep possession in a good area of the field, which is nice. If we can make it free, it should be game over, and it looks like it's game over. Nunez with a wonderful pass straight off the bench to set Wellison through, and we go 3-0 up, and we are dominating this Liga MX final, much like we did the semi-final yesterday. It feels like it's going to be our time. Barco up to Nunez. Good ball, spots the run of Wellison, beats the goalkeeper near post. Good finish. And with just under 25 minutes to go, we are 3-0 up and in a very good position here in the away league. 75 minutes gone. We have a free kick, but it has gone more or less straight to McCrory, and he is able to hang on to one as we just look to hold on to this lead more or less now. I'm quite happy with it. If we can get another goal, that probably wraps the entire tie-up, truth be told, but in a really good position at 3-0 as we make our way forward yet again. Clayton down the right, back to Nunez, who's already hit an assist since coming on the field. Him and Clayton knocking the ball about amongst each other on the edge of the box on that right-hand side. Now Barco back out to Clayton. We'll try and find Wellison. Might have been offside, but his header is over the bar, and it does remain 3-0 for now. We will make a substitution here, though, because Hernandez is on a red heart, so Dorado can come on for him. A straight like-for-like substitution. Two of our subs used, but 3-0 up in a good position with 13 minutes to go. A corner shortly off the back of that substitution where we brought Dorado on. We put it in, and Paulo gets his head to it just wide, and it remains 3-0 for now. 82 minutes gone, another throw in a good area of the pitch for us, and Dorado gets possession for us. Wellison putting a ball in, Puente just running back, but gets possession for us just on the edge of the box, and we do hold it up in a nice area of the field. Goody areas back to Clayton. Finds Puente, his shot blocked. Wellison blocked. And now it looks like Dorados are going to try and get us on the counter. And they probably need a goal to keep this tie alive. And Duffy with a good run down the right here is the Dorados man. Plays that back to Robles. And they look to get back in this game. Galvez, Garcia over to Robles. His shot blocked. A good effort there from Garcia. But it is just wide. And it does remain 3-0 at the 82-minute mark. 84 minutes gone here. We do have a goal kick, which we take short. Look to play out from the back nice and safely. Montoya gets that forward to Puente. We do keep possession from that header. So look to drive forward again and perhaps make it 4-0. Wellison over to Dorado. Nice ball out to Ayala, and we look to put something in the mixer here. Perhaps Wellison over to Dorado. What can he do? Wellison driving forward forces a save out of McCrory. I was going to say a decent save, but was more or less straight at him. He parried out for a corner, which I'm not too sure if he needed to do. But we have another chance from set piece. They do hit it away. Dorados, and Robles is going to get there first, and he has a bit of pace. Gets past Barco. Slide tackle from Clayton. Barco will tidy this up for us. Play it back to the goalkeeper, and it does remain 3-0 with only 3 minutes left. And we are going to make a change here. We've got Gutierrez and Wellison both on red hearts. I think Villalba is the better bench option, so we'll bring him on for Gutierrez, our captain. That will be our last sub. Just hopefully keep some fresh legs on the wings and keep the pressure on them a little bit, but it's going really well for us at the moment. 3-0 with not long to go in this away leg of the Liga MX final, the Torneo Clausura. 90 minutes gone. It's a free kick to Dorados, and McCullough's on the ball as we just try and hold on for this 3-0 lead. But Dufty, that's a good ball there for Robles, and he puts it in the back of the net. One of the first real good chances that Dorados have had in this entire game, and they get a goal at home, which could be important, but we're still pretty happy with that result. It has to be said, albeit a bit of a frustrating time to concede, but some good short passing, putting Robles into space, and he buries it quite nicely inside the far post. So they do get one back, Dorados, but it's 3-1 with 4 minutes of added time, and we're nearly at the end of those. They have a free kick with 20 seconds to go. They find Galvez. McCullough, if they get another, then they're certainly right back in this, and Garcia gets sagged off as a shot, but it goes wide, and by the time we take this goal kick, hopefully it will be full time as Schneller, I should say, goes back to take the goal kick. Just plays it nice and short. We get that up to Villalba. He's got fresh legs, so we'll look to drive forward. Can we get a late chance here past added time? Out to Clayton, and then he blows his whistle. 3-1 in the first leg. Really happy with about the first 89 minutes of that tie. Let in a late goal, but on the whole, that's a really good away performance, and we should have the edge should it come to that in the second leg, but really confident that we can win that home leg as well, and we're in a good position to take out the Liga MX final here in Mexico for the second part of the season. So we'll come back shortly and get into the home league where we look to take home Liga MX for this season, the second part of it anyway. So we are back for the home league, 3-1 up. We are going with the exact same starting 11 for this time, the same formation. Don't have to worry about yellow cards with this being the last game of the season. And Dorados looking pretty similar as well, it has to be said. So more or less, from what I can tell, it's the exact same 11s from the first league. We are in the white and the blue stripes for this Dorados, and the white tops with yellow shorts. So potentially a little bit more of a colour clash, although I suppose our blue stripes do help. And we are kicking off playing left to right, where hopefully we can hold on to this advantage and pick up our second trophy for the season, as it is Dorados who get on the ball early, going right to left in this first half. They'll be looking for an early strike to get back into this and get an early away goal after we picked up 3, but that is a good little bit of play there for us to earn the goal kick in the end, and it does remain 0 early on, but 3-1 on aggregate. 5 minutes gone, and we have an early throw-in in a good area of the pitch yet again for us, picking up where we started from the last game more or less, and just on the edge of the box knocking the ball about. Renan back to Barco, long shot. Oh, what a goal from a long way out. Barco curves that into the top left corner, pulls out the archer, and we go 1-0 up nice and early, and now we're in a superb position. That's a heck of a goal to start off the home leg of this final. Just given a bit of space as the guy goes over to sort Renan out, and that's a wonderful finish to get beyond the goalkeeper. Had to go full stretch and still couldn't get to it, and we're 1-0 up early, 4-1 on aggregate. 16 minutes gone, and we have a free kick. We look to put it far post. Montoya gets his head to it. It's in the back of the net, but it's just being pulled up here by the referee. So I think we've got an offside here in the 16th minute. But yet again, even though that goal is not going to stand because he is just offside apparently, we have started off the second tie just as well as we did the first one. So that's good to see. Not offside by much there is our centre back, but just by enough to make it offside. And it does remain 1-0, but 4-1 on aggregate as they take that free kick, but they give it straight to Clayton, and now Gutierrez trying to put the ball in there for Puente. Good slide tackle from Dorados, but we put another one in the mix. Puente with a shot, goalkeeper went for it, but it was blocked, and it will remain 1-0 on the day for now, as we now have yet another throw-in shortly off the back of that last highlight. So all action early doors as Renan gets out to Wallace and gets beyond his man. Puente with the finish, and there it is. That's his first goal of the game. I nearly said second. It was Barco, of course. Getting my games mixed up in today's episode. But we go 2-0 up at the 20-minute mark, 4 up on aggregate, and we're looking very good now. If we weren't looking safe after that first leg, we more or less are now. Good ball from Wallace and just gets beyond his defenders and in enough space to square that up for Puente. Bottom left corner yet again from him. And as I said, 2-0 up after 22 minutes, looking very good. 5-1 on aggregate, as now we have yet another free kick at the 25-minute mark, and it's Puente getting another one in the back of the net. So a quick fire double here for our striker. I think that was his 28th goal of the season. He's been very good for us since we came to the club. Just a simple free kick at the far post, much like that one that got ruled out before for Montoya, but this one stands, and it's 3-0 on the day, 6-1 on aggregate. 41 minutes gone, Dorados in a good area of the pitch for a throw into them. They try and flick that on. Barco misses the interception, and they just head it forward to Tehuitzil, I believe is how you say that, and it's a pretty simple finish for him. A little bit soft. If Barco gets that clearance that we tried to make there, I think we are safe. You can see Clayton heads it clear, Barco going for it. Gomez heads it forward, and he's just in a good position to put that away. Quite simply, there is their striker, and just before half-time with their first shot on goal, it is 3-1 on the day, but still 6-2 on aggregate, so we're still in a very good position. And that is half-time, another really good half from us there, conceding an away goal, which is a little bit frustrating late in that half, but we have played very well. You'll notice shots on target. Every shot that was on target in that first half ended up in the back of the net, which I suppose is a little bit frustrating on our end, but a really good half. That Barco goal got things going, and we didn't really let the pace off from there until late in the half where they picked up that goal. But going very well for us here, 4 goals up on aggregate at halftime. Looks like we'll be winning a double here as long as we don't do a massive bottle job. We'll tell the boys to keep doing what they're doing yet again and crack into the second half. 4 goals up on aggregate. 47 minutes gone. We have an early corner here in the second half. Renan puts it in, trying to find Puente perhaps for his hat trick, but it's headed out, but albeit only out to Montoya, so we are able to hold position in a good area of the pitch and hopefully get another attack going after that set piece. Hernandez out to Gutierrez. Not much space as a shot, and it does go out for a corner after the block there for a slide tackle from the Dorados defender. We will have another set piece here. Renan trying to find Paulo that time. Headed clear yet again from Dorados. Our corners not proving all that effective today. It's actually been the set pieces more than anything. We are just able to keep possession there through Renan, even though the defender gets a few feet in to try and disrupt our flow. But we keep possession for now. We somehow get a shot off there through Puente. Not a lot of space. Trying to go for that hat trick. Forces a good save out of the goalkeeper, and we will have a throw in, although we give the ball straight to Dorados. They pump it long, and it is the goal scorer, Tehuitzil, who makes his way forward just on the left-hand side. He gets a shot off, forces a save there out of Schneller. We just sagged off him a little bit there and allowed him enough space to get the shot off, but it does remain 3-1 thanks to a decent save from our German goalkeeper. Robles to put this corner in, but we are able to head that clear as well. Gutierrez might try and get something going on the counter for us here down this right-hand side, but a good slide tackle from Mikel, and it remains 3-1 at the 50-minute mark. 53 minutes gone here with a free kick. Renan tries to find Puente for his hat-trick. A good effort, but it's just high and wide, and it remains 3-1 for now on the day, 6-2 on aggregate. 59 minutes gone. It's a free kick from Renan, and that forces a very good save. I'm not too sure if that was a save or if it hit the post. It looked like I saw the net bulge, but either way, it doesn't go in the back of the net, and it remains 3-1 on the day for now, 6-2 on aggregate. We have another set piece. Puente with a shot, but forces another good save there, Adam McCrory. So a few good minutes for him, I think it was. Still not sure about the first free kick, but he keeps the scoreline as it was, and they do head the corner away. Renan there for Montoya, but they do get a foot in there. Dorados, and Garcia makes his way forward, makes his way down this right-hand side. Good slide tackle there from Barco. They'll get possession back from us, and at the 60-minute mark, the scoreline remains 62 minutes gone here, and it is Monterrey with a throw as we hold on to a very safe lead at the moment. A poor ball there, though, and they do get back on the ball, Dorados, and look to try and get back in this game on the day anyway. They're probably too far behind to have a shot in the overall tie, but they can try and upset us at home here. Only 2 goals behind on the day. Robles on that right-hand side gets the ball out to Pina. Now Robles tries to find Garcia, gets a shot off. Good save there from Schneller in goal, but we do keep the scoreline to 3-1 on the day for now. 64 minutes gone here. We clear a ball, but Dorados straight back onto things and in position in our half, serving a good little spell in the second half so far of possession since a couple of early chances to us. Nice ball for Garcia. Nice ball there for Garcia. I was trying to get out, and he buries it in the bottom right corner. And just like that, they are back in this on the day anyway. It is 3-2. They've got 2 away goals, so still not quite matching what we did, but it's a nice ball there from Gomez to pick out Garcia. Good finish into the top right corner. Not much that Sneller can do, and it's 3-2 on the day, 6-3 on aggregate after 65 minutes. And we aren't going to make a sub here. Ayala on a yellow card. We'll bring Ortiz on just so he doesn't ease off tackles. Just fresh legs as well probably won't hurt. And yeah, with 65 minutes gone, we are 3-2 up on the day, but more importantly, 6-3 on aggregate. 67 minutes gone here. We look to strike straight back with a free kick. Renan tries to whip it in, and he nearly got enough whip on that. A good save though from McCrory, and the highlight will continue. He pumps it long, and Garcia wins the ball. Can he get past our defense? He can, and he buries it bottom right corner. That's a really good finish. Got beyond our defender and slots it away very nicely, and just like that, they're level on away goals, but not in the tie, albeit there's still 23 minutes left, and it's only down to a 2-goal difference, so they're going to be right back in that. That was a pretty good effort from Garcia to get past the sliding tackle and then put the ball in the back of the net, and it's 3-3 on the day, 6-4 on aggregate, and we will make another substitution here. Just maybe wake the boys up a little bit. Gutierrez not on a good rating, unfortunately, today, so we'll bring Villalva on for him and also drop our line back a little bit with those wingers just to make sure that we don't bottle this completely. But still, 2-goal advantage, but 3-3 on the day as we enter the last 20 or so minutes of the Liga MX season here in Mexico. And I've also just noticed that Clayton is actually on a 6.5, so we'll add a substitution there as well, Estrada for him. And with 22 to go, still 3-3 on the day. 71 minutes gone here, a goal kick to Dorados. They pump it long and they do get possession back for it. One more goal and they'll be right in this tie, but Paulo, despite it being on a yellow, heads that forward to Wallace. And can we get one more to absolutely wrap things up? Wallace on long range strike. Oh, you bet he can. He set up a few today, and that's a wonderful shot. A couple of long range screamers for us today. Barco early on, and that time Wallison, after nearly losing possession, it was from near the halfway line too, so it's a heck of a goal. Just nearly loses position there, tries to put a pass through, goes in field, enough space, fires one into that bottom right corner, and now we are safe. 3 goals up with 18 to go. Should be winning the Torneo Clausura here in Liga MX. 75 minutes gone here, and the highlight is yet again going to start with a goal kick to Dorados, which they give possession straight back to us from, and it's Hernandez, the box-to-box, making his way for Wellison. Just got a wonderful goal over to Hernandez again. Villalva plays one over for Ortiz, and a little bit of space on the left. Tries to put a cross in, it's blocked, but Wellison will tidy things up for us again, and we look to go forward. Renan with a long-range strike. Oh my God, we're scoring some pearlers today to finish the season. That makes it 5-3. Another long-range effort from just outside the box. That one kind of a mix of the Barco and the Wellison ones. And yeah, 3 very nice goals to wrap up the season for us here. We get the 4-goal aggregate back lead-wise anyway. That's another really good finish, top right corner. Boy, there's been some good goals from us here, and it's looking very safe now. 4 goals up on aggregate with only 12 minutes left to play in this Liga MX Second League final. 93 minutes gone. There was only 3 minutes of added time after those 2 late strikes to just put the game beyond doubt, at least on the day, and they were coming back into it. We're Dorados, but we're going to win the Liga MX Torneo Clausura. A really good performance in the end over both leagues. The away legs in our last couple of ties have really proved important. Some very clinical performances there, and we do enough to win this one at home as well. 8-4 on aggregate, and somehow, despite only being in charge for the last quarter of the season here at Monterrey, we are going to do a double, the Copa MX and the Liga MX second phase, the Torneo Clausura, and that's a really good accomplishment. Feels a lot better than the Copa MX did, where we sort of just picked up the scraps from the previous manager. We had to do some real work for this one, but these boys have improved a great deal on their form before we got to the club, and we end up with a double this season, and that gives us a heck of a lot of confidence in these boys going into next season. And of course, we do still have a transfer window as well, but that's a really good performance over 2 leagues. As I said, towards the end of that game, some real screaming goals in that, some good outside the box shots. Dorados proving a lot more threatening today, but in the end we win it 8-4 on aggregate, and we'll be back shortly with sort of an end of season review. I guess it might be interesting with us only having been here a little while, but we'll see what comes up, and then we'll wrap up the season proper and head into next season, where we will have CONCACAF Champions League football off the back of a double here at Monterrey. So we are back off the back of that Liga MX win in the second phase of the season, 8-4 on aggregate, a really good win to make it a double for the season. As we suspected, we didn't get the full end of season review here at Monterrey because we only picked things up in about the third quarter of the season, but we do get to see who won awards like Player of the Season and stats as well. So the Player of the Season actually ended up being a player who we used mostly off the bench. So that's interesting, and quite comprehensively too. Lucas Nunes on 52% ahead of Barco and Puente. I would lean towards Puente from when we came to the club, but maybe we should have been giving Nunes more of a chance. The goal of the season was in fact from that previous game, the first one, that screamer from Barco into the top left corner to open the scoring in the second leg. So you would have seen that just before, so no need to leave a link for that one. And the young player of the season goes to the Brazilian left winger Wellison, who was definitely a good option for us in the starting 11 once we came to the club. So can't argue with any of those awards, not that we would be able to anyway, considering the amount of time that we have had here at the club. Stat-wise, top goal scorer was Puente with 29 in the end, a great season for him. Highest average rating was our right back Clayton, most assists Nunes. Best pass completion was actually De Luna when he got into the team, so that's interesting. Most player of the match awards Puente, and then a little bit of ill discipline from Barco, but he was playing DM for us, so I think he picked up a fair few yellow cards because of that. That's just something that happens with that role, so I can understand that. And there was one red card, but I don't think from memory it was when we were at the club to one of our backup strikers in Luis Torres. And we've also had some players promoted to the best 11. I think the only name there is that Clayton has now entered the starting 11. You can see a few players that we're familiar with in this team, but on the whole, not too many. Only Paulo, Nunes, and Puente actually in the starting 11. I lie when I say Clayton's in the starting 11. He's made the substitute bench along with Alejandro Gutierrez. They're the only players that we currently have here at the club who are in that overall best 11 for Monterrey. But that will wrap things up for this season here at Monterrey. As I click up to see the Liga MX award winners, and Nunes also got the attacking midfielder of the season. So yeah, maybe he's a player we definitely have to use a bit more next season, perhaps in the starting rotation. Although, as I said, him and Renan, there's not a great deal between them. They're sort of a bob each way, really. And I think Renan did a pretty good job for us when he did start. So we'll just see whichever one is fit next season. I think that's the plan for now anyway. It could change, of course, depending on transfers. But pretty happy with that season in the end. Obviously got a good bit of squad depth if one of our bench players can win awards for the overall competition. And yeah, really happy to get a double, especially as we only got here for that last quarter of the season. The Copa MX, as I said, didn't mean a great deal because the previous manager did most of the work for that. But that second part of Liga MX, that's a really good trophy to pick up. And that bodes well for next season when we are in the CONCACAF Champions League and don't have to deal with Club America. So that should be a great chance for us to finish this Hexagon challenge. But I think the next time you see us, what we might do, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think we might come back for a transfer special. I still need to run my eye through the squad in general because, of course, when we first came here, we were right in the middle of that second phase, so didn't really have time to do that too much. Just had to focus on playing games instead of who would come in and out, but that's something I will do now. And when we come back, I think we might do a transfer special episode before we crack back into gameplay so we can get that stuff out of the way and not have a super long episode at the start of next season. But if you did enjoy today's episode where we wrapped up Liga MX Torneo Clausura and picked up our second trophy of the season here at Monterrey, then remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you want to keep up to date with what's happening here on the channel, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. But until the next time I see you, as I said, we'll have something in the new season here, the 2033-34 season at Monterrey, where hopefully we can wrap up this Hexagon challenge. Until I see you then, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on. Cheers.